Hi, this is Rob Iorio with Power Yoga Evolution. Today I'd like to introduce Molly Gring. Molly Gring is an instructor here at Power Yoga Evolution. Molly, tell us a little bit.
Well, Rob, let me tell you. In 2011, my friend asked me if I'd like to join her in yoga. I'd never done yoga before, and I thought there's no way I'm going to sit around a room in a circle doing Om. And she said, no, it's nothing like that. Come and try it. He's got a really good deal going on right now. He has one going on now, too, so you might want to check that out. Anyway, so she dragged me down here, and my first day, I couldn't even touch my toes, let alone see my toes. And after the first day, the next day I woke up and I was so sore. I hadn't done anything physical. My blood pressure was out the roof. My cholesterol was sky high. And I was just in a funk. Everything was yuck. And so I came here and I did that first day. And my friend said, you have to go back the second day. That heat's going to just take those muscles and stretch them out and you'll feel better. I said, I can't even walk, but I'll try to get up those stairs. And I did. And I did. I was determined, and I came back. And then the next day, I felt even better.
Great.
And then the next day, and the next day, and I ended up coming for a full 7 days in a row. And I said, "Sign me up. I'm in. And I had never done yoga before in my life. And you were my first yoga instructor ever. And
Nice.
so you were inspirational to allow me to come and not feel like I needed to be in my Lululemon Instagram perfect attire. I mean, I didn't know if I was going to like it, so I just ran to Walmart and bought $8.99 yoga pants that I thought, well, if I don't like this gig, I at least have some pants that I can sleep in.
Nice.
But I ended up really loving it, and I couldn't believe that as I was sitting in the back room, hiding with my big t-shirt on to try to cover up all myself and my little Walmart pants. Here I am just trying to touch my toes. I can get about to my knees, and there's a woman up in the front corner doing this thing that looked like Cirque du Soleil, and I thought, never in a million years am I ever going to be able to do that. Come to find out, that pose is called Bird of Paradise. And so I was determined, I stayed here and I did the stretches. And I remember when I was first starting out, Rob, I thought, oh, Rob is just doing this. He's going to kill me, because the poses just to hold my arms up seemed so difficult. But as the months went on and the months went on, it was like, oh, I get it. And so all the beautiful instructors that have been here, Lynn was a major inspiration. She brought me that spiritual side that helped to uplift my spirits. And then I had the physical side, and all of a sudden, all that mind body really started to come into the spirit. And so they all just connected for me. And so I was, going along with this, loving it. And then I decided, I love it so much that I want to be able to teach it.
Great.
And so I took the teacher training, and they insisted that we go to all these different studios to experience different kinds of yoga.
Right.
And I had to actually log where I was going.
Right.
And I would say, like, Power Yoga Evolution, Power Yoga, some other place. Power Yoga Evolution, Power. It didn't matter. We had to do yoga every other day, and so many times per that 2-week session. And I kept finding myself coming back, and there were times that I'd go to other studios, and it just wasn't the same. The power, I don't know what it is, just the aura of this space. I feel lighter. If I try to do some of the poses that I do in this room, in another studio, I don't know if it's the energy that's within this room, but I find myself lighter. I can do arm balances here. If I try to do them in another studio, I sometimes flop over. So
Wow, that's very
yeah,
interesting.
it is interesting, and I don't know if it's just that I started my journey here, and this is where I feel the most confident. I'm not sure, but I do know that this is a beautiful place, and everybody that is a part of this community is just beautiful and amazing. All of the instructors that you've chosen are fantastic. Everybody has a little bit different style because most of them have gone to different teacher trainings. So this is a real bonus for you if you're coming in new as a student and you want to try little bit of different styles of yoga, we have all of that here, and all the styles are amazing and good.
You mentioned that something about high blood pressure. How is your high blood pressure now?
So I am no longer on any pressure medication. I've lost 40 pounds.
Great.
And my cholesterol is, I think it's a placebo, just to make sure that I, am aware of it. So yes, all of that has gone away, and I've been able to keep, I think about 45 pounds off now. So it's been
45
great.
pounds.
45.
That's great.
Yeah. And I've taken what I've learned out here, and I've taken it to, the strength that I've learned in here has given me the ability to do things on the paddleboard. So,
Great.
and that's really and I thought there's no way before 2011 I would have even been able to get up on one of those, and now I'm, up and at them.
So your athletic mobility has increased
all
as
of it,
well.
everything, all of it, exactly. So to go from this sedate, a stay-at-home mom to somebody that's just really loving everything yoga. I went home to Ohio, for instance, and shared my yoga with my annual girl weekend thing, and they all really enjoyed it. So
That's great.
it's been good. But so I wanted just to reiterate that, there's people that come to me and I say, come, do power yoga. You'll love it. You'll love the heat. Oh, I'm not flexible enough to do it. I'm not strong enough to do it. I'm too big to do it. Well, I always tell them, just tack on the end of that statement, today.
Nice.
I am not flexible enough today. I am not strong enough today. And I am too big, maybe not too big. There's no such thing. If you've gone on the internet, there are people of all sizes that can play and do yoga beautifully. So never think about that. This is a no judgment zone.
Absolutely.
And it is known to be an all levels class. And I really do allow my beginners to feel comfortable where they are. As a matter of fact, people walk in here the first time and I tell them, if you do nothing but lay out your mat and breathe, you're doing yoga right.
Great.
Everything else is extra. Because back when yoga started, there was only one asana, one pose, and that was a comfortable seated position.
Great.
And now, anything else you do after that is extra, and usually people that come to Power Yoga Evolution want a little bit more than just sitting on their mat and just breathing. But sometimes they do.
Right.
And I've had some people come to my class and do a little bit and then just say, that's all.
Nice.
And then just get
It's
on their
enough
mat
for
and
today.
breathe. Yep. And you're allowed to do that. And then at the same time, the person next to him's working on trying a handstand. So it's in all levels. So what I tell my people when they come in, that it's in all levels, and some people just started their journey today, and some people started their journey a decade ago. So never compare yourself to your neighbor. Compare yourself to you. Make yourself a better you today than you were yesterday. And that's all there is to it. Baby steps at a time.
That's great.
Little baby steps. I went from being able to barely forward fold to my knees to, doing gorilla pose with my knees straight, which is your hands underneath your feet. So you just have to trust the process. That's the bottom line. And so in my classes in particularly, I do like to start out, and I think a lot of yoga instructors, teacher training kind of teaches this, warm you up and have your crescendo where you have your balances and your high power warriors and active, and then cool it back down.
I like that.
And just kind of settle back in. By the time you've powered up, your body is ready for a good shavasana, and it can really, really be restful and refreshing and renewing. So,
Sure.
yeah. So I am honored and blessed to be a part of this beautiful
Thank
space.
you so much, Molly.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you soon. Power Yoga Evolution.
Subscribe.